name is Alessia and this video is part of the REKON project. In this video I will talk about the fourth step of the REKON method, which is the implementation and utilization of reconfigurability. I will briefly explain why this step is relevant, then I will outline what are the main activities in this step and how these activities can be conducted. Finally, I will spend a few words to describe the link between this step and all the others in the REKON method. Once we are done with the detailed design of the reconfigurable system, we want to fully exploit its potential over time. So, whenever a reconfiguration is needed, we make sure that we can make it happen fast and efficiently. This is why we need the activities and tools included in step 4. There are 3 activities in this step. The first is implement and run a reconfigurable system. This implies that we plan the reconfiguration whenever there is a need for it, and we make sure we are able to effectively run the system. The second is schedule and perform system reconfiguration. Here we are addressing daily or weekly reconfigurations due to changing workloads. The third is evaluate system reconfigurability and performance. This is of course needed both to spot eventual needs for increased reconfigurability, but also to keep track of how the system is performing over time. When we conduct the implement and run reconfigurable system activity, we are planning the changes that are needed in the production system. To speed up this activity, we need clear guidelines and instructions. And guidelines and instructions will depend on 2 aspects: the type of requirements and our previous experience with that kind of reconfiguration. So, first, we can distinguish between short, mid and long-term requirements, respectively driven by variant, volume and product changes. These lead to progressively higher levels of complexity in the reconfiguration. For example, a reconfiguration due to variant changes will be less complex than a reconfiguration due to product changes. Second, we can easily establish whether the needed reconfiguration has been experienced before or is it something completely new. Based on these 2 criteria, we can identify 6 different scenarios, and each of them has different guidelines, instructions and actions, of course. And this way we are planning the reconfiguration and clarifying the related effort. Of course, we can also significantly cut the effort needed for planning the reconfiguration if we use the simulation tool. So when we reconfigure the system based on the guidelines defined for our situation, we also want to capitalize and formalize this experience in order to use it for the next reconfigurations. When scheduling system reconfiguration, we are dealing with the dynamic allocation of operators or modular machines to daily tasks. In case of manual operations, every day the workload for each task and consequently the duration of each activity might vary depending on the production schedule. These variants might create, of course, unwanted bottlenecks and inventory. To avoid these issues, we can use one of our REKON tools, which dynamically suggests how many operators should be allocated to each task based on predictive workloads. The tool basically uses historical production data to make these predictions. And actually it helped one of our pilot companies to reduce the lead time and handle very unbalanced production times. Last, when we evaluate system reconfigurability and performance, we monitor the current level of system reconfigurability, and we also evaluate system performance, not only to keep track of how the system is performing after the reconfiguration, but also throughout its life cycle. With this last activity, we are able to spot over time possible areas of the production systems where we need to increase the level of reconfigurability. When we are done with step 4, our system has been reconfigured and evaluated. And we have also successfully extended its life cycle and made the most from the reuse of existing platforms. Over time, we will surely deal with new requirements, and for this reason, after step 4, we might need to go back to either step 1, 2, or 3, depending on where in the factory we need additional reconfigurability. If we need additional reconfigurability in an area of the production system that has been already designed with modularity, we might be need, for example, for a new module, and so we refer back to step 3 to do so. If we need reconfigurability in another area, then we might need to go back to either step 1, if we need to clarify the need for reconfigurability, or step 2, if we are ready to develop reconfigurable concepts. I will now just summarize the key takeaways of this video. So step 4 is about the implementation and utilization of reconfigurability over time, ensuring responsiveness, efficiency, and modules reuse. The 3 activities of this step are implement and run reconfigurable system, schedule and perform system reconfiguration, and evaluate system reconfigurability and performance. As I said, we use the REKON tools to conduct these activities. And at the end of step 4, we might want to go back to either step 1, 2, or 3. That was all for this video. Thank you for watching it, and remember that the REKON project is funded by the Danish Industry Foundation, and partners of the project are Aalborg University, the Danish Technological Institute, University of Southern Denmark, and Jönköping University in Sweden. You can find more information about REKON on our website.